I am back here with the JJRC H36. This little drone comes in two different colors, a gray, as far as I know, gray and blue, and it's got the propeller guard that comes on it. It is really, really cool looking. It's small, it's very small, so it's a perfect indoor flyer. So let's take it out of the box and check it out. This is a setup, the way it comes. Has this little bag here. It's got an extra set of propellers, and it's got the charging cable. Alright, let's look at the little drone. I mean, it is very, very cool. So, like I said, it's very small. It has, like I said, the four-sided props. It's got four of them. Has these propeller guards that don't come off, but they haven't bothered me. I actually think they look kind of good. I like that little canopy it has on it. It's just a little plastic canopy that you can remove it if you if you like, and then you just have the bare board there showing. Comes with a little battery inserted already. This right here, it's branded JJRC. It's a 3.7 volt 1500 milliamp hour battery, and it comes inserted. The connector here is not real common. It's not one of the real common ones, but you can, if you would like, you can order extra batteries to switch them out with to fly the little copter. One thing, so it has brush motors, and one thing you want to be careful about is if you let them overheat too much, if you let them get too hot, they will burn out on you quicker. So make sure that you do your flight, around 5-minute flight, and then you give it some time to cool down a little bit, and then if you get more batteries, you can you can switch them out. Battery is going to take about hour and a half to charge, to fully charge. So that is the little that's the little quad. It's very, very nice. I really like the way it looks. The design is very good. It feels nice and sturdy. Okay, it's not flimsy. So good design. Then you have the little transmitter that it comes with. The little transmitter here is pretty straightforward. It's just small. It's a small transmitter. So don't expect anything really really big. It's just a little toy transmitter, but it does have one thing is, even though it has these little short stubs here for the sticks, it has a little more grip here on the stick. So even though it's small, you can still kind of grip it okay with your thumbs, or if you're a pincher, it's going to be a little more difficult. But if you just grab it with your thumbs, you have a little bit of grip there, so that's not too bad. It's got two shoulder buttons up here, and trim buttons. So pretty standard little transmitter there. And then you got the instruction manual. It comes in Chinese, and it comes in English. Got a little diagram here right off the bat. Tells you what each button does on the transmitter. Let's go ahead and get it ready to fly. What you do is you're gonna plug in the little quad. You're gonna plug it in. Just plug in the battery. Let's see. So you plug in the battery there, and it has two LEDs. It's got one blue LED on the front. It's got a red LED on the back. You set it on a flat surface, and then to bind it, you just turn on the transmitter. It starts blinking there, and then you go up and down on your left stick, and propellers are going. So we are going. We're good. So so what we'll do first is we're gonna take off, and we're just gonna check it out and see how it does right now, how stable it does, how well we can hover. Again, to me this is perfect, and a perfect indoor flyer. And right there you can see that I'm getting a very easy hover. I mean, it's No need. I haven't trimmed this quadcopter out, nothing, and it's hovering fairly well. So that is cool. That is very cool. So let me see. I can fly it around a little bit. It's got I mean, it's got a pretty decent yaw right there where it is. So let me show that off. So that's the yaw right there. So you know, not bad for getting around in this small space. Very good. Very good. All right, let's see. Turn the other way. Yeah, I like it. It's very stable. Okay, that's probably my biggest, especially with an indoor flyer. You want it to be very stable because any small movement could send you flying into a wall. And this one is definitely very stable. So, all right, so let's bring it back. Okay. All right, guys, I want to point out one thing. The instructions aren't very clear about this, and this is a good thing we're looking at this right now. But your right shoulder button here is reserved for flipping. It is not a trimming start button like the directions say. So that's definitely a typo on the instructions. Okay. I also noticed that definitely to go into headless mode, you're going to press this button right here, and to go into one key return, you're going to press this button here. I don't know exactly what the use of this upper left shoulder button is yet, so we'll have to look at it. But right now, let's get ready and do some flips. So, all right, so for flips, let's take it up in the air. And I'm going to hit the right shoulder button, and then just hit like forward and see if it flips forward. Alright, so you saw there it bounced off the table a little bit, but I had it close to the table. So it loses a tiny bit of altitude sometimes when you're doing flips, but very cool flips, no problem. Okay, now let's try rolls, so like a sideways flip. Perfect sideways to the right, sideways to the left, back. Okay, so it does flips in all directions. So, and it's pretty stable. You know, it loses a tiny bit of altitude after it flips, but you know, then it gets stable, and then you can, you know, just give it a little bit of throttle after a flip, and you'll be fine. Pretty cool. I really like this little quad, especially if you are starting to fly and you wanna just get better. Even with a bigger quad, you can start learning. You can start flying something little like this. Okay, normally I don't like the size of these quads for beginners because they're more difficult to fly. This one here is actually very fairly easy to start. I think what makes the difference is that it's a little more compact. It's got a little more weight to it probably than some of the other very small ones. I guess the design kind of gives you confidence. You know, it's got the propeller guards there. You don't think you're gonna hit anything, so very cool. All right, so let's try headless mode. So for headless mode, I'm gonna just turn the quad off here. All right, I'm gonna turn it back on. For headless mode, you always want to try to set it up, you know, right in front of you and set it up correctly, because it can mess it up if you don't. So all right, I'm bound again. I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna press the headless mode button, which is this button down here. So press that, and the lights start blinking. So it should be in headless mode. So let's take it up in the air and see if it's truly headless. So yeah, it is, because you can see the quad is right now facing me, but I'm giving it forward pitch. So cool thing about this is you can pretty much, you know, you can yaw and you can control the quad. You know, so it's a cool feature. I mean, I love the way this feature looks, because you can do so much, you know, spinning around, you know, one way or the other, and you can still control the quad. So I really like that. It's just a cool feature, and it definitely works well. It definitely works well. If headless is not working right for you, then you just need to just set it up correctly in front of you. Just rebind it, and but it's working perfectly for me, no problems. So good deal there. All right, let's turn the headless off. Okay, so headless is off. Now let's try that 1-key return. So I'm going to take it up there, and I'm just going to press the 1-key return and see if it, it should shoot back to me. So let's all right, so I have it up there, and I'm just going to press 1-key return. Okay, yeah. So it kind of shot off to the right. Let me see again. Okay, you saw. Okay, so you see it. The light starts blinking in the back. The red LED starts blinking, and then it tries to come back, but it's not. But all right. So let's see what happened. Okay, so it was over there, and I hit the 1-key return button, and what it did was it kind of went this way a little bit. It didn't come straight to me. Now 1-key return indoors is not really that useful, but it may be a little more useful when you're outside if you kind of get it away from you. I can't say right now that it is very accurate with this little quad, because you saw how it was kind of turning, and that was it. That was with perfect conditions with it facing away from me. So I don't know, if it's facing another direction, it could just shoot off into a completely different direction. I'm not sure, but that is a feature that we may have to try outside when we do an outdoor flight. So we'll see. And then for the left shoulder button, you're gonna have 2 rates. So we've been flying on the first rate this whole time, and it's a pretty fun rate to fly indoors. But then it also has another speed, another rate to fly, and it's you're gonna see here the 2 beeps. So those 2 beeps tell you that it went into the next rate. So just wanted to point out that if you get this little quad, the instructions are all wrong. You need to look at you need to just go by what I'm saying here, because this right shoulder button is advertised as doing something else. They're all like doing something different, especially the shoulder buttons and the directions are not right. But basically you got flips on your right side, and you got rates on your left side, and you got 1-key return right here, and you got headless mode right here on the right. So, and that's it. So let's try out this second rate, which is a little bit faster, and you can definitely tell, the yaw. I mean, just see the yaw. It's much faster. And I can tell that it's a lot quicker. It's got a little way more responsive. So it's still not bad for indoor, but you can get a lot quicker, and you can also lose control a lot quicker. So you need to just be more careful. But if you have a little bit of an open area indoors, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I like this little quad. I like it. I'm not a huge fan of little ones like this because they are, like I said, they are a little bit harder to fly, and beginners get them because they look cool, but they are hard to fly. But this one here is definitely meeting the expectations right now. I think probably my biggest downside would be just how small the transmitter is. But I've gotten used to it, really. So I guess it's one of those things that you just get used to. But man, I love the way it looks. I love the 4 bladed props that it has. It feels really, it feels good. So definitely a good little quad. It's not going to be a good night flyer. It doesn't have LEDs. It's not very big. So this is your perfect pocket quadcopter. Your quadcopter you can just kind of put in a little box and take wherever you want and practice. If you get good flying this, you're going to be good flying other quadcopters. So it's a good practice quad too. So anyway, guys, that's the JJRC H36. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about this little quadcopter. I'll probably be doing an outside flight. We'll see how that goes with wind and all that. But very, very cool little quadcopter. You guys just let me know what you think. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like the video, to subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.